it's one of the nicest festivals I've ever been to. I'm not just saying that because we organise it ourselves, it's just, it has a very friendly atmosphere and a great vibe, and it's very much a family kind of affair. You see, you know, there's like 2,000 kids out there today, you know, there's like at least 2,000 under 12-year-olds, and it's a great place. The campsites are all really well organised, and it's a safe and secure place to bring your children, you know, touch wood.
Going to the cold dead graveyard, going to drowning rain, going to I would kiss me on the cheek, going to the cold dead graveyard.
Wishbone Ash was formed in '69. I think Fairport may have been '68 because I think I may have seen one of their early gigs. '67, '68 I was going to festivals, and I was hugely impacted by Fairport Convention. In fact, their music resonates through ours really, because Richard Thompson was an influence, still is really. Very English. I mean, I wish that we had more bands that were promoting this Englishness that we all try to some degree. We were all somewhat transatlantic, but Fairport, you know, respect actually. They did a lot to foster that, the English folk thing really, and their melodies and so forth. You can hear them. You can hear the influence in Wishbone Ash for sure. I mean, all bands cross-pollinate, and it's just the men's room with Dave Pegg chatting, and it is amazing. You know, if you came up in that period, we were really a little generation after Fairport. They were a little bit older than us, but we were in what's so-called progressive era, if you will. But definitely, I listened to all their stuff. Meet on the Ledge and Legion Leaf and Sandy Denny, fabulous, love them.
In the mid-1970s, two members of Fairport Convention actually lived in this village, Dave Pegg and Dave Swarbrick, and we used to borrow the village hall for rehearsals and so forth. And every village in England, one Saturday in the summer, will have what's called a village fete, which is just a public get-together, and a little bit of money is raised and games are played and people have tea. And one year it was suggested that after the village fete, perhaps an evening performance might be done by the band. They would sell tickets amongst the village and raise a little bit more money, and it would be a good thing to pay the village back for lending us the hall. So this happened, and we played in the garden of one of the larger houses here, and it was a great success. The villagers had a nice time, the band had a nice time, and they made a little bit more money. So they suggested next year should do the same thing. That year, some people from outside the village found out about it and came along, fans of the band. So it began to grow. The third year, it was too big for the garden, so it went into a field, and we started running it. And here we are now, 30 years later, with 15,000 people descending on a village of 600 inhabitants.